There can be many situations that you will be asked to give an impromptu speech. It may be the company annual dinner, a colleague having a retirement party, or simply your own birthday party. Now imagine when you were asked to say a few words. Can you conquer the situation and handle with ease? In fact, I'm going to give you a quick tips that you will conquer any impromptu situation, not just easily, but with style and impress your audience. Of course, a quick tips comprise of 5 simple rules. Q, U, I, C, K. First, Q. Q for question. You can involve or you can even inspire your audience simply by asking a question. Now, say for example, if you were all of a sudden asked to talk about your favorite fruits, instead of jumping up and starting to make your speech, you may engage the audience by asking, what are your favorite fruits? Or have you ever been to a situation that you have to choose between an apple and an orange? This way, you can engage the audience, let them think about their own response. At the same time, you can buy yourself some time. My second tip, you for your own personal story. Now, after you engage the audience with the question, you can start by telling your story. As an impromptu speech, we are not expecting you to be delivering a lecture or to preach a very complicated idea. But you can always interest your audience by telling your own story. Because after all, we are all curious about you. You may start from something like that. For example, continuing the topics of your favorite fruits. I remember when I was young, I always loved apple. Now this way, you can develop along the line what apple has to do with you, or you can take the advantage of using a timeline approach that you can talk about things in the past, present, and probably in the future. Tip number 3, I for either inspiring or interesting. To have a speech engaging the audience. 2 of the very common approaches that experienced speakers are using are either to make it an interesting speech or making an inspiring speech. Of course, the best speaker try to do it at the same time. Now, because you have already engaged your audience, you start by telling your personal story. Chances are you can easily make it sound interesting. Now, the second way of using the I is to talk about an inspirational message. Now, you can start with fruits, but also how different kind of fruits impact different stages of your life, and what are the lessons for you, and how it can also be applicable to the audience. That way, you are bridging, you are relating a simple topics to an inspirational message. C. Remember, an impromptu speech is a speech. That means it has to have a conclusion. So C for conclusion. How many times that you have been listening to an impromptu speech and all of a sudden the speaker ends with, "Thank you for your attention," or "That's all of my speech." But as soon as the speaker returns to the seat, you just seem to have forgotten the entire speech or what he or she has been talking. That's because the speaker simply ends with the last sentence or the last point of his speech or her speech. So remember, a speech is a speech. An impromptu speech also is a speech. That means it should have an opening, body, and conclusion. Last but not least, K Keep it simple, stupid. In short, KISS. KISS. Is it an impromptu speech? So your audience, again, they may not be expecting a huge degree of wisdom or a complicated subject to digest. And sometimes it may be a remark at the end of a dinner or pretty interesting, enlightening or entertaining moments that all they want is some interesting remarks. So keep your speech simple, keep it stupid. Now, how to do that? One way is to use simple languages, short sentence, and even better, to have the wordings rhyme within the ears of your audience. Make short sentences, make it conversational. Keep it simple, keep it stupid, so that everyone can understand. So here you go. Make sure that you apply the quick tips in your next impromptu situations. Once again, what are the quick tips? Q. Ask questions to engage the audience. I, not yet I, of course it's you, your personal story. And then I, make it interesting or inspiring. Now better to do it both. C. Always have a concluding remark, end with a conclusion. Last but not least, K. Keep it simple, stupid. I can't wait to listen to your next impromptu speech, which apply the quick tips and entertain the audience. See you.